Hello and welcome to Let's Talk. My guest tonight is Kate O'Hanlon, educational psychologist, and we are looking at facing the technological challenges of the future. Well, one of the problems is again, even trying to teach media to students, is that they don't understand the history of media. They have no sense of where they've come from. Everything is all about now, and it has to happen instantly, and they're not thinking about potentially the future. And that becomes an issue that I think that we're actually starting to see. Are there any other remedies that you could suggest that parents need to think of?
Well, parents need to think that all their children who are currently in the education system are moving into a world which is going to change really dramatically quickly, not just politically, because that's one thing, but technologically certainly, and the world of work. And one of the things I keep mentioning is artificial intelligence, and I think artificial intelligence is already there and is going to become more and more evident in our daily workplace and in our relationships with one another even, Therefore, the schools and the parents need to be aware that I will need children whose human intelligence can supersede the machine intelligence. So human intelligence versus machine intelligence, definitely a current challenge and issue. And to me that means that, sorry to bring it back again, but I think we need to be teaching our children how to think and how to think creatively and critically, and look at ways of solving problems, ways of advancing, ways in fact of using your technology creatively and of course moving it on, but so that it helps you.
Yes. Not
so that it takes over from you. Okay? So I think we're not really into that game yet. I'm not sure.
I mean, is one of the problems that I was saying to some students recently that one of the in Victorian Britain, the schooling system was that whichever part of the empire you got taught the same thing, so you could be picked up and put in, and you were called the computer. That's where the language was coming from. But we don't have those systems that can employ people.
No.
And the majority of people that are employed are now self-employed, it seems.
Yeah.
And there needs to be ways of, and there's a different way of thinking to what I think is taught in school about how you tackle problems.
Yes, there is. I think also, we're seeing a lot of mental health issues in worryingly young people. Why are these people so upset and depressed and disturbed and so forth? And I think the world around them, it is their nurturing environment which is making them feel dislodged in some way or not up for it in some way. I think that, I suppose I also think the spiritual mind is a very important part of this as well, but the creative mind is absolutely core to us. And our children getting an output, a fulfillment in their creative thinking and that way, because I think that really does help you override, because I've created something.
Yes.
Or I'm talking creatively as well. I think we should be looking at that current situation of we have more children coming with cognitive deficiency, let's put it that way, with poor language development, inappropriate to their age, and this worrying trend for more children with mental health issues. They are not happy. They are depressed. Why?
Well, I think part of the anxiety that people start to feel is because they're being rushed to do things and they can't cope with the speed that they're being and they haven't yet given themselves permission to actually slow down. Now, I've been through that. I've gone through a point where everything was going so fast that I felt that I couldn't cope. And slowing down was an important part of that sort of process. And you were talking about the spiritual aspect is becoming quite important in my life. And I think that's something, everything seems too mechanical.
Yeah.
So people are losing that sense, and yet the AI, if you look at the way, it's almost being turned into a god.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And it's like it will be able to supersede us, it will become godlike. It can monitor everything you're doing around everywhere. And you kind of go, whoa, hang on a second, that used to be a god.
Yeah.
And now we've got computers that will monitor where we are and what we're doing, and the house will be a prison.
Well, the interesting thing is that it's the human who's creating and accelerating with artificial intelligence. The human, alongside of that, needs to become more intelligent, more bright, more thoughtful. I think built into every school day should be a moment of thoughtfulness.
Yes.
I know it's called mindfulness and so forth, yes, or whatever, but as you just said, George, a moment, just stop for a moment and let me just sort of reflect or whatever.
We have more on the way, so please subscribe to this channel. And check out the link below if you'd consider becoming a patron to help us keep making more content. Thanks for watching.